Monster RX93.1 presents All Out, your daily morning pick-me-up. All out hits, all out celebrity interviews, all out sports and showbiz news. Your hosts, Rico and Karla Aguas.
Oh, okay, Toni, we have another question. Kanina, you mentioned that you're an introvert. So, getting into hosting, it's really a different, not only industry, but it's a different mindset, especially for somebody who's an introvert like you. So Jacqueline is asking, how did you overcome that? How did you overcome being an introvert in an industry where interaction is a must and it is, quite draining? Nakakaubos yun ng energy when you have to control the room, you have to lead the interview. So as an introvert, how did you overcome or work through that?
I didn't know that I was an introvert until I guess 6-7 years ago, since I encountered that term. Tapos pinasa ko, ay, ito pala ako, kaya pala, yung may switch off kasi ako yung I'm on when I'm on TV, and I'm in my workplace, and then I switch off. When I switch off, that's the time I recharge. I go into my small world, and yun na yun. Ganun kasi yung mga introverts. I'm sure yung mga listeners natin na introverts. And our boss, si CLK, Sir Carlo Katigba, yes, our boss, ABS-CBN. I remember we had a Thanksgiving in his office. And then we were talking, tapos introvert din pala siya. Sabi niya sa akin, you know what, I'll give you a book. It was given to me by Sir Gabby Lopez. Binigay daw sa kanya that you should read that book by Susan Cain. It's called Quiet.
Okay.
I read the book. Mga in 2 days natapos ko siya. And it was parang the book was speaking to me. And I understood myself more na introverts, they recharge in their solitude. And extroverts recharge when they're around people. Mm-hmm. Yun pala yun. Wow. Oo, yung mga introvert, dun tayo na lumalakas, dun tayo bumabalik yung energy natin when we're alone. Pero yung mga extrovert, lumalakas sila. Yun naman yung kaiba namin ng sister ko. Kaya sabi ko, Catherine, extrovert ka. Kasi si Alex, mas lumalakas siya, mas nagiging strong siya, mas nagiging funny siya pag marami siyang kasama. Dun siya kumukuha ng energy from the people around them. Ako naman, I get my energy in my solitude. Para I recharge, Tapos in this business, I guess it helped kasi yung pagiging introvert, yung may switch off ka na hindi ka all the time perky. So hindi ako napapagod. May time ako na okay, tapos na tahimik lang ako. Si Alex kasi hindi siya napapagod, parang 7-Eleven yung bibig ko. 24/7. Bukas pa rin yung bibig niya. 4 a.m. minsan may text pa sa akin, nagigising ako. Ano to? 4 a.m. nag-open siya ng discussion. Eto pa, alam mo ba? Di pa siya tulog. Yun ang difference natin. May ambivert din introvert tsaka extrovert.
You did mention, your sister, and we did have her on the show before.
Really?
Yeah, ibang class energy level niya. How do you deal with your sister with that bundle of energy? How do you deal with her?
I do not deal with her na lang. Just hindi na din. Sometimes I do not deal with her. Pagpagod na ako. Kasi pagod na ako kay Sevi sa toddler. Tapos may another ball of energy. Pagka parang nakukonsume na niya lahat ng energy. No, si Alex, she's a totally different, species. No, but I understand now bakit isa lang kapatid ko. Because she represents 4 different characters. Parang isa lang yung kapatid ko pero feeling ko 4 kami. Kasi parang lahat. But she's someone na I can always run to. She can sometimes be my teacher, my ate, my friend. Well, overall, number 1 basher. Una, sa lahat. Siya na yung, kaya bago pa ako i-bash ng iba, narinig ko na lahat kay Alex. So, she's all in one for me. Oo. Malaki din siyang part ng buhay ko. She keeps me grounded also.
Ano yung funniest na pagbabash ni Alex na narinig mo sa kanya? Na
Oh my God.
Si Alex kasi may Twitter. So,
Yeah.
kung ano yung... Ay, wala akong Twitter. So, pag gusto akong i-bash ng tao, sasabihin dun sa account niya. So, i-relay niya sa akin. Minsan sasabihin niya, oy, ito sabi sa'yo, PI mo, mamatay ka na. Sabi ko, Catherine, babasahin mo talaga yan sa akin? Hindi, sabi niya, gusto kanyang mamatay. What is your reaction? Sabi ko, ano, ako na akong pakailam. Ito ba, hinihintay niya akong mapipon. ito pa, sabi niya, ito, masakit to. Ako, na-hurt ako for you. Ganyan pa siya, na-hurt ako for you dito, may nag-bash kayo dito. Sabi niya, blah, 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 blah. Tapos sabi ko, okay. Minsan ma-hurt ako. Sabi ko, huwag mo nang basahin yan. Sabi niya, oo nga, na-hurt din ako for you. Okay, stop na natin. So, nakakarating naman sa akin ng mga bashings nila. Like,
Through her.
oo. Ewan ko din.
But this is interesting because you guys are very close. I mean, not only are you both artistas, you're both in the showbiz industry, but you guys are very close. I mean, as a family, the way she treats your mom, like, I love your mom. The patience is like for your mom. But going back to you and Alex, because you guys are very close, you can always run to her, she keeps you grounded. Richard wants to know, did you ever have a really big or like bad fight with Alex? Like, you know how they say, diba, because you guys are very close, you do know how to push each other's buttons. You do know how to hurt each other. Has there ever been a fight that you're willing to share with people na, yeah, it was really bad for us nung time na yun?
Madami kaming fights ni Alex. Siguro hindi kompleto yung day kung wala kaming fight. Like, we're happy talking right now. Tapos may sasabihin siya, iko-correct ko siya. Tapos sasabihin na, ayan na naman, iko-correct mo na naman. Parang lagi ko siyang kino-correct. To the point na tinext na ako ng mami ko ng, wag mo nang pakialaman si Catherine, pakialaman mo na lang yung anak mo, kanya-kanya tayong anak. Ako nang bahala dito. Huwag mo na siyang pagalitan. Lagi mo daw siyang pinapagalitan. Huwag mo na siyang pakialaman. Ako na bahala. Sabi ko, ay, nakakuha na siya ng kakampi. Sumbong niya sa mama. Sinabi niya kasi, lagi akong pinapagalitan ng kampi. No, I guess yung biggest fight namin, or yung madalas kaming mag-away, siguro yung when she gets in trouble with her mouth. Pag halimbawa nakita ko na, or my husband would tell me, your sister's trending. Sabihin ko, bakit? I don't think she said something like this. Text ko na siya. So mag-aaway na kami. And then you know what I realized? Lagi ko siyang pinapagalitan, lagi ko siyang kino-correct. I guess she has her own journey on how she will learn in life, and life is teaching her. And then that's how she matures. Yun nga sabi ko sa kanya, gusto mo ba ang life pa ang magpa-mature sa'yo? Gusto mo ba yung mga tao, yung mag-grow sa'yo, how to grow up? Sabi ko, you should learn how to grow up on yourself, don't grow up in public. Kung mag-discipline sa'yo, or yung situation in life will discipline you. But si Catherine kasi naniniwala siya that experience is the best teacher. Ganun siya, ganun ang gusto niya. Gusto niya ma-experience. Tsaka maiisip na, ganun pala. But you know what? Thank God naman to my husband. Very good naman siya in explaining to me na, you know what? You can never change your sister anymore. You can just love her and accept her for who she is. If all the people are already bashing her and condemning her and judging her, why would you do the same? Why don't you just love her? I think as a family member, as a sister, the best thing you could do is, yes, she's not perfect. She's just a human. She commits mistakes. But don't let her mistakes define who she is. You should see or look at her parang yung how she will grow from this. So when Paul told me that, sabi ko, oh nga no, I'm always mad at her. I'm always scolding her. Sabi ko, siguro, instead of being her like parang mother, I should just be a friend sometimes. Kasi sometimes I play the role of a mother to her. Kasi parang mami ko pagod na sa kanya, tinutulugan na lang siya. Nakita mo naman sa mga vlogs, di ba? Parang iniiwasan na lang siya lagi ng mami. Parang pagod na sila mag-discipline. Siguro at their age, siguro sabi nila, senior na ako, pagod na kami mag-discipline. Parang ako na yung nag-discipline sa kanya. So yun na yung dynamics namin ngayon.
Well, speaking of your sister, you did mention her vlogs. We know that she is the #1 in YouTube. Do you watch her YouTube channel? Do you watch the episodes? Pinapanood niyo ba sa family?
Before, I'll tell you, sige, before nung first year na sa vlogger, I couldn't stand watching her. Kasi feeling ko because that's what I already see in real life. Tapos papanoorin ko pa sa TV namin. Parang, masyado na akong nakonsume ni Alex. Sabi ko, ganyan na siya sa real life. Tapos, papanood. Pero sinong natatawa sa kanya? Si Paul. Kaya namin napapanood yung vlogs. Pinapanood siya ni, your sister has a new vlog. Oh, let's watch this. Tapos natatawa si Paul. Tapos matitingin ako sa kanya. Audience ni Alex. May audience.
But you also have a YouTube channel, Toni.
Yes. Siya yung nag-encourage sa akin. Sabi niya, sige na, mag-YouTube ka na. Sabi ko, anong gagawin ko sa YouTube? Ang YouTube, sabi niya, tinuruan pa niya ako. Kung ano lang yung personality mo. You don't have to be someone else. Sabi ko, ganun ba? So, okay, sige, yun lang. It's parang kung ano yung mga, sometimes naiisip ko na I wanted to share sa audience ko, yun ang ginagawa ko. Yun na lang.
Oh, but your YouTube is so nice also because people know you nga as a host, as an actress. But like in your vlogs, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're like this. It's like, oh my gosh, she's so real. She's just like me. Wow, oh my God. But that's really nice because it's another way for you to communicate with your fans, diba? Na parang like, you know me as the artista. Now you can get to know me as Toni. Diba? Is that what you thought of when you started your channel?
Yeah, sabi ko parang si Alex nagsabi nun. You know what parang they know you already as my sister, as a host, ganyan. Kaya parang hindi nila alam yung other side mo na nakikita namin ng family mo. So, yun. So, I would tape a few episodes or mga ilang entries to show them who I am in real life. So yun yung pinapakita namin.
Toni, ang daming request, new vlog. Kailan yung next new vlog? Wala. Accountability.
Episode, what is it? What's the next episode for you?
I don't know yet. Kasi yung sa vlog, I feel like when an idea comes in mind, dun ko lang siya nagagawa. Kasi parang feeling ko kailangan it has to be, it's not something that I'm forced to do. It's something that I wanted to do and I feel like sharing. When I feel like, sige, share ko tong part na to, baka may makarelate or may ma-inspire, parang ganun.
Toni, a lot of people want to know, what is your skincare routine? Bakit daw ang kinis mo? Unfair daw. What is your skincare routine?
Skincare routine? Ano ba ginagamit ko nga? I use Cetaphil now eh. Kasi, Cetaphil. Kasi siya mild lang. Yun lang ginagamit ko sa face ko. I feel like the best thing that you can do for your skin is to sweat it out. Kasi everyday, almost everyday nag-hit workout ako. And grabe yung pawis ko. And feeling ko dun lumalabas yung toxins ng body natin. And then I don't put naman makeup if I have no work. Pag may work lang doon nag-makeup. So feeling kong nakahinga yung skin ko ngayon. Kaya siguro ganyan siya. I feel like.
But I've seen you in ABS. Your skin is so nice. Even without makeup. Yeah, it's really not fair. Alex rin, you guys are so makinis. Sana all. Okay, wow. More questions. During this lockdown, what do you guys like to do as a family? So with Paul, with Tevy, what do you guys like to do together? Since now both of you are home, so you can really spend a lot more time with him.
With Sevi, I sometimes allow him to bake with me because he likes playing with the dough. He likes to punch it. He likes to murder. Na-enjoy niya pa. Tapos with Paul, I guess what I love doing with the family is yung meal times.
Oh.
Nag-meal together. So, yun, that's when feeling ko yun na yung bonding moment namin. And of course, yung at night, before we sleep, we do talk about everything. And then we tell Sevi our dreams, our plans. And that's the time when we instill to him yung mga, what we want him to become in the future, like yung mga values na sana meron siya paglaki niya. Parang yun.
I mean, you did mention about, Sevi, and then of course we know that Direct Paul is an award-winning director. You are an award-winning host. Would you allow your son to get in the industry?
When he was younger, when he was a baby, after I gave birth and I would get asked that question a lot, I would always say, no, ayoko siya mag-artista. I don't want him to get into the industry. I don't want him to experience what I've been through. And I feel like it's unfair for him that at a very young age, I'm already limiting his potential. So I don't want to say anything anymore na I don't want him to be this, I don't want him to be that. What I want to say na lang siguro at this time, because he's a toddler now and he understands now the words that I tell him, and then when we talk, naiintindihan niya. What I tell him now is, you know what, you can be who you ever you want to be, because I will be here, I will support you, and I will just encourage you. So whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that's in your heart, whatever interest that you have, I will support you. Because I realized that's what our parents did. Ganun yung ginawa ng parents ni Paul sa kanya. In-encourage lang siya, sinuportahan siya. Ako din, I realized when I told my parents na I wanted to get to the entertainment industry, hindi nila ako discouraged. So, I think as a parent, that's the best thing we could do for our kids, is to allow them to be themselves and allow them to find their own passion in life. So, hindi ko nasasabihin niya. Ang dami kong sinabi. Yun lang pala ang gusto kong sabihin.
But, it's parenting.
Mom of the year.
Tapos na yung tutor niya. Naku, naririnig ko na pababa.
Yay! Are we gonna get a little
anytime
segment?
Hello siya dito.
Now, but Toni, what have you discovered about Paul and Tevy during this lockdown? Have you discovered anything new about them? Because you're together 24/7 now and you literally can't leave the house. Especially because Tevy's a toddler, so he is changing every day.
Si Sevi, I discovered na he's such a copycat. Copies everything na ginagawa ng parents niya. Like, yung workout ko, nakikita ko siya, ginagaya niya. He's a copycat. And he's a sponge now. He absorbs everything. So we're very careful with the words that we speak when he's around, the actions that we do when he's around, because he's already aware. With Paul, I get to appreciate him more dito sa bahay because he does so much. He does so much more. Feeling ko mas marami siyang nagagawa sa bahay kaysa sa akin. Ako sa domestic, like yung cleaning and all that. Pero when it comes to like handling, like yung mga bills, what to pay, ganito, grocery, online. When I want something, the next day nakikita ko na na-order niya, nagagawa niya ng paraan. I ordered from the neighbor, or I ordered. Ang dami niyang contacts. Ang dami niyang pull off. Sabi ko, magaling siya. Ang galing niya. Doon ko na-appreciate ko siya talaga ngayong lockdown and quarantine kasi ang galing niya.
Maabilidad.
Maabilidad siya, magaling siyang partner. Okay siya. Good decision naman to. Decision naman of marrying this guy talaga. Approve.
Do you guys celebrate monthlies as a couple, or do you guys do the whole anniversary?
We're not cheesy. Hindi kasi siya cheesy tao. Sabi nga niya sa akin, I forgot to post something on Mother's Day. I didn't post you kasi nakita namin, di ba, nag-flood yung mga Mother's Day. Oh, I love my wife, my mothers. Yung mga aming Mother's Day tribute. Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, oo nga, no, hindi ka nag-post. And then, you know what I told him? I said, you know what? You don't have a good, ano ba to? Your life in social media is so boring, but what's happening in your real life is so much better. And I'm appreciating that, and I love that more. Parang I like it. I like it that way, na hindi siya confessy in social media, because I see it in his actions. He's less with words, but he's more with actions. And I see that every single day that I'm here. I feel like he knows how to celebrate me as a wife because of the things that he does for me. Like every morning I have coffee. He learned how to make, thank you, teacher, ma'am. Alis na yung teacher, I said. He knows how to, he perfected the cappuccino. So every morning pagbababa ako, meron akong cappuccino. And I really appreciate that. Sometimes he makes you mga heart design.
Wow.
The small things, I really appreciate that sa kanya.
You know, for those who are discovering the relationship, we've seen it unfold on TV and of course in the entertainment field. But how did you guys first meet? Saan ba kayo nagkakilala ni Direk Paul? At paano siya nanligaw sa'yo, Toni?
Paano ba kami nagkakilala? Sa concert ni Kuya Gary. Siya yung director, tapos pinakilala siya sa akin ni Tita Angeli. Tita Angeli. Kay Tita Angeli, siya nagpakilala sa akin. Parang, tapos sinasabi nila, there's this guy, he just got back from the US. Parang ganyan. We wanted to meet him. Tapos dito na siya titira. Anong gusto daw nilang makilala ko. 2005, 2006, sinasabi, naririnig ko na yung name niya. That he's a young director, that is FOB. Fresh off the boat. Ano daw, bagong salta. Ganyan. Walang alam sa showbiz to. Sabi ko, hi, okay, go.
Fresh, let's go.
Fresh.
Valentano pala, magaling mag-set up. Diba?
Si Tita Angeli.
Take note of that. Toni, we're getting a lot of questions also. Because Netflix, I don't know if especially when all of this started and they knew people were going to be home, they were really putting in more local movies. A lot of Filipino movies, thank goodness, a lot of TV shows are now on Netflix for people to watch. And a lot of your movies are there as well. I mean, Four Sisters and a Wedding, like, that's like, that movie hits different, you know? Like, are you planning, when it's all okay na, I mean, we do know you as a host, but we're getting questions, are you planning to do more movies again, or maybe a TV show where you're acting, or a CD? Because people also want to know if you're going to get back to music. I mean, do you have any plans or goals for when all of this is done and it's safe to start resuming life as we know it, no?
There's 2 scripts that I really like that I'm gonna do. Hopefully, magawa namin sila with all the regulations right now. May bagong regulations sa set So, that's what we're gonna work on this year. Yung script na nagustuhan ko. There's 2 films that I wanted to do this year. Nagagawin ko. And, yun. I will still do movies. I will still do yung mga TV shows. I'm doing Home Sweetie Home sa ABS-CBN. So hopefully when everything is okay, pagbalik namin, we will continue. Tapos sa music, it's something that we have to make time for. Kami ni Jonathan sa Star Music. I think it's just a matter of the right material siguro. It's something that you don't want to force. It's just something that you want to allow to happen. Diba? Kasi, yun, mas gusto ko yung ganun. You allow everything to happen rather than forcing something na alam mong pinipilit mong mangyari for you. Because if it's meant for you, I feel like it's going to be meant for you.
Well, Toni, thank you for allowing us in your home. Thank you for allowing us, with all the information that our heart needs and our mind, especially in these times of of our quarantine. Any message sa mga taong nanonood ngayon? You know, a lot of people are going through a lot, and every word that you would say will inspire them, will inspire us. So it's your chance now to share.
Sa lahat ng listeners ng RX and sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan, know that we are all going through this together. I guess the best thing that we could do right now is just to be thankful every single day that we get to wake up and welcome a brand new day. I think the first thing that should come out of our mouths should be, thank you, Lord. I'm still alive, because others are not given that opportunity to wake up the next day. Thank God that you're alive, that you have a roof over your head, that you can eat, that you have food on your table, because others are still waiting for their supply and others don't know where to get their next meal. I guess this is the time for us to just be thankful for what we have rather than complain for what we don't have. Parang yun siguro. Diba?
So good. Thank you, Toni. Thank you so much.
Tell us about your show. I Feel You. Tell us about it. Your new online show.
I Feel You is every Sunday sa Star Cinema page sa Facebook. It's an exciting show. We get to invite all of our favorite Kapamilya stars, and we also get to connect with some of our Kapamilyas abroad. Parang tayo yung nagiging some way bridge nila to feel like that we are with them in spirit. We may not be physically together, but we feel them wherever they are in the world. We are here for them, and we just want to give them hope. We want to give them a little inspiration and happiness during this time. So it's all about positivity. It's all about talking about the good things rather than focusing on the bad things that are happening. So I guess we need more of that right now. Yung focus on the good, because there's so much bad going on right now. It's nice to look at the good side of life, because there are still good things if you look closer. Diba?
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Toni.
Thank
you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Hope to guest you when everything is back to normal. We'll have you here in the studio along with your sister, along with your family, and guest you here at the Monster Studios. All right?
Thank you, Monster RX93.1.
All Out with Rico and Karla. All Out music and all out fun. Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Manila's hottest Monster RX 93.1.